Right. Good morning all. I can now confirm that it is 10 o'clock and we are now ready to start the meeting.
Yes, good morning and welcome to the Licensing Subcommittee of the 27th of January 2021. I would like to advise today we will be using Zoom to provide a live stream to members of the public. Please can we ask that you bear with us as we are dealing with numerous internet connections and sometimes this can cause a slight delay.
Thank you, Chairman. During the meeting, all participants except for the Chairman will be muted, and this should remain during the whole of the meeting unless you have asked to speak. May I take this opportunity to remind you that should you wish to speak during the meeting, use the raise hand button which can be found at the bottom of the participant's screen. The Chairman will then be notified of your request. When speaking, if we could ask you to unmute yourself to speak and then mute yourself once you have spoken. When asking a question, please could we ask members to refer to page numbers within the report's agenda for ease to officers. If we have to adjourn the meeting, the Chairman will advise of this and the anticipated length of adjournment. Those that have made the licensing officer aware that they would like to speak at today's meeting will be called forward to speak at the appropriate time. Please, can we ask you to speak loudly and clearly? Once members have completed the process of hearing all representations, they will then move into a confidential debating session. The decision will then be heard in public via a further Zoom meeting. This decision meeting will be available for viewing from 12 noon. Chairman, we will now complete a roll call of members present. Councillor Graham Carpenter.
Present.
Councillor Wells.
Present.
Councillor Wainwright.
Present.
I will now advise of officers present. Elaine Hignett, Licensing Officer, who will be presenting the application to the committee. Denise Wilby, Elections and Licensing Manager. David Lowen, Solicitor NP Law. Jordan Hals, NP Law. And Christina Webb, Executive Services Officer. We have the applicant, Vania Lores, in attendance in today's meeting speaking for the application. Thank you, Chairman. We can now start the agenda items.
Thank you, Christina. Do we have any apologies for absence?
We have no apologies for absence today, Chairman.
Okay, and item 2 on the agenda, only declarations of interest.
I haven't been made aware of any prior to the meeting.
Thank you. Item 3, application for a new premises licence. The committee are asked to consider an application for a new premises licence under the Licensing Act 2003. Variety Food Store, 199 Northgate Street, Great Yarmouth. I'd now like to pass over to the Licensing Officer, Elaine Hignett, to present a report. Thank you.
Thank you. This is an application for a new premises licence submitted by Vania Lores in respect of a premise known as Variety Food Store, 199 Northgate Street, Great Yarmouth. The premise is described as a convenience store. The application proposed the following licensable activities and timings. Sale of alcohol off the premises from 7 AM to 11 PM, Monday to Saturday, and 8 AM to 10 PM, Sunday. The application can be found on pages 6 to 26 of the agenda. 29 valid representations were received objecting to the application. The representations are based on concerns in relation to the crime and disorder objective. The representations are shown on the agenda on pages 28 to 56. Since the agenda was prepared, 2 of the objections have now been withdrawn. The withdrawn objections are from Kelly Marie Wood, which is on page 29 of the agenda, and Kay Buxton, which is on page 40 of the agenda. During the representation period, the police proposed 2 conditions to be added to the licence if granted. And Ms. Lores agreed to these conditions, and the police therefore do not have any objections to the application. The agreed police conditions are on page 57 of the agenda. The applicant is attending today. However, no objectors have advised me that they wish to speak at today's hearing. Thank you.
Thank you, Elaine. Members, are there any questions of the licensing officer?
Can I, sorry, can I just ask, I presume no local ward members put a complaint or anything about this? No?
No, all the licensing applications are sent to all councillors, so we didn't receive any objections from the ward councillors.
Right, if there are no further questions, I'd like to now invite Vanya Lorez, applicant, forward to make a short opening statement.
Hi, good morning. Thank you all for coming. Right, I'd like to say that, I mean, all the 29 objections that it was, that we had, you know, it's funny how no one turned up. What I have to say is I've been told by another business owner previously.
Vanya, can I just interrupt? Can I just interrupt you, Vanya? Vanya, can I?
Some papers done up
Vanya,
and I was asking his customers to
Miss
sign.
Lorez.
And I came to realise that was the objections. I've had quite, you know, more complaints as well that he's calling the council and telling. Sorry, yeah. Yeah. Hi, yes, yes. Yeah.
Miss Lorez, it's Christina. Unfortunately, the connection that we have is extremely bad and we cannot understand what you were saying. Would you mind?
Hi,
Yeah,
can you hear me?
we can hear you, but the connection is very bad and we really can't understand what you're saying. We're just going to see if we can do anything to help. Yeah, perhaps if you could move forward and come closer to the camera where the microphone is. Yeah, perhaps if you could move closer to the camera where the microphone is, that might help.
Hi, can you hear me okay now?
Oh,
It's
that's
better. Yes, much better. Thank you. Yes.
Lovely. As I was saying, I'm lost now. Yeah, as I say, thank you for coming. I mean, you know, it shows how many people has, you know, shown interest on showing up after they've signed the objections. It's come to my attention that one of the business owners around the area, plus some customers of mine, have mentioned that the shop next door had those forms in on his desk and asking customers to sign, which I think is a bit, you know, not right on his part to do so. And I'm guessing that is the reason why, you know, the objections didn't turn up for the meeting. To do with what they've wrote on the objections, I mean, people can purchase alcohol anywhere. I mean, there's a 24-hour garage next door, as in a couple of doors down. If they don't buy it from here, they'll buy it from there anyway. We've decided to open the shop from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. even though on the application it is until 11, but we've decided that we've opened from 9 a.m. till 8 p.m. And that is when we stop selling alcohol, will be 8 p.m. So, I mean, like I said, if they come in my shop and they don't buy alcohol, they will buy it from somewhere else. It's not going to make much difference. What frustrates me the most is it didn't come from the neighbours in the area. It came from the shop owners, which is the owner of both shops on this street. So that is what got me quite frustrated, because, you know, coming from him, he's a bit sort of obviously scared of competition. It's got nothing to do with crime or anything. Also, I don't intend to sell alcohol to any people that, you know, look drunk or anything like that. I wouldn't do it. I mean, I don't know what else to say, to be honest with you.
So just another point as well. Sorry.
My friend's here, sorry, I'm a bit...
Sorry, just because she's so nervous. On the some of the objection letters themselves, they did state that there was already 3 shops that sell alcohol on the road, along with some pubs as well. But to that, we'd just like to mention that because the street itself is very, very long, there are more anyway, but other streets in Great Yarmouth, for example, King Street, St Peter's Road, Marine Parade, actually Goston High Street, contain far, far more premises that that sell alcohol and have licenses as well, and their crime rate does not reflect. Goston High Street has probably one of the lowest crime rates in the area and has a number of premises that can sell alcohol. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Chairman David Lowens wishes to speak.
Yes, okay, fine.
David?
Chairman, a couple of matters. For the record, hello there?
Yes,
hello.
we can hear
Am
you.
I coming through?
Yes, you are, David.
Oh, excellent, thank you. A couple of items. Firstly, for the record, we'll need to know the name of the second person who was speaking just then. And the other item, it was extremely difficult to follow, no fault of the applicant, but I heard at one point an intention to open 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. And it wasn't clear to me whether the applicant was amending their application.
Vanya, can you answer that question?
Hello, Vanya, it's Christina. Could you just confirm what you said in your speech, that you intended to stop selling alcohol at 8 o'clock? You were intending from 9 in the morning till 8 p.m. Is that correct? Sorry, Chairman, I think Vanya is frozen.
Okay, give it a few seconds. There we go.
Chairman, we may be best to ask Vanya if she would prefer to dial in on a telephone. There is a telephone number that we can give her the information for. It just may be easier. We won't be able to see her, but it may just be easier if she dials in on a telephone, because it will just give a clearer connection. Because I think it's the connection that she's using when we asked her to join the meeting.
Yes, I mean,
Oh.
I don't sort of tend to amend. I just hi.
Yeah, Sammy, if you could ring Vanya and ask her to contact by phone, because it's very unclear what she's trying to say.
Yeah, okay. Elaine, if you've got the, just mute.
For the shop at the moment, yes. Like I said, I've been open only for 2 months now, not even that. And, you know, things might change in the future, but at the moment we open from 9.
Yeah. Vanya, we're going to contact you by telephone to continue talking to you because the connection is too poor for us to understand. So,
Elaine, I'll send you the telephone number if you're able to contact Vanya. But if you'd like me to, if you just, I'll come down to you. Bear with me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, everyone, just have a short break while this is arranged. Thank you.
Yeah. May I just remind members that the live stream will continue? Thank you. Councillor Wainwright, you have your hand raised. Is this a question for the committee when we've got Vanya online again?
Well, it is. I mean, I did get the gist of what the applicant was saying. I mean, obviously we're in a different time at the moment with coronavirus, and obviously she's shutting early. But the application before us is the application before us, and you know, I think quite clearly we should be looking at that as it is. I mean, I understood it that she said she was closing early because of circumstances at the moment, which is understandable. But you know, I don't think we should penalise at this stage. The application is what's before us, and I think that's what we should consider when we go into the Teams meeting, the members.
Yeah, agreed, Trevor, but we need to have an understanding from Vanya first exactly what she wants to do with the licensing hours. It might just be she wants to keep them as applied for, but as you quite rightly say, just closing early because of the coronavirus.
We will also need to confirm the name of her friend who was speaking on her behalf for the record.
Yes.
Because obviously she hadn't registered to speak. Chairman, Sammy has got Vanya on the phone now. She's giving her the joining details for phone. So
thank you.
Hopefully it shouldn't be too long.
Okay.
All right, try that now. Thank you. Bye. Bye. She's just going to try it now, Chairman.
Okay.
So she'll come in here.
Yeah. Keep everything crossed.
I take it we're still having issues, Christina.
Hi, Vanya. It's going to ask you for the ID as well. Have you got a pen? Yeah, 694 33 62 46 73. And the passcode again is 919 164. Yeah. All right, then, thanks. Bye.
Yes, Chairman. Sammy's just had to give her the passcode again.
Is that help?
Could
Okay.
be.
Just say hello. Is that Vanya?
Hello, is that Vanya? Hello, is that Vanya?
Hi, yes.
Hello, Vanya, it's Christina. You've joined us by phone, which will be much better.
Okay, thanks.
Right. Chairman, we have Vanya on the line now.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Christina, and welcome back, Vanya.
Thank you.
Mr. Lowens, our solicitor, asked a couple of questions of you. Are you able to answer these if you can remember what they are? If not, I can remind you.
Yes, yeah, just please remind me, sorry.
Yes. Firstly, in your opening statement, you did say that you were trading from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and it was unsure whether you wanted to vary your hours or not. Can you just explain?
I mean, yeah, we did put those hours on the application because that's what we intended to do at first, but due to the coronavirus, we just thought we're opening a bit late and closing a bit earlier. It might change in the future. I'm not 100% sure, but you know, when things get better, then yeah, if I can stay open until 11, then I will, yeah.
And you don't want to amend the application?
And I don't want to amend the application.
You do or do not?
I do not.
Okay, now that's fine. Yeah, perfectly understand your situation with the coronavirus, and the hours you keep are largely with you. The other question Mr. Lowens asked was who the person with you is. Can they identify that person?
Sure.
Yeah, my name is Georgia Putman. Do you need me to spell that?
Yes, please.
That's GEORGIA, and then Papa Uniform Tango Mike Alpha November.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Right, David, did you need any further information from Vanya at this time?
No, thank you. That's excellent at both points.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions from members for Vanya?
Councillor Wainwright? Councillor Wainwright, you're on mute. If you could just unmute yourself, thank you.
Hello.
Hello, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, Vanya, for giving us that clarification. I'm always a little bit suspect of these letters that appear on shop counters that people just sign. I just want you to clarify, because I'm sure you would agree with it, that there's some really spurious allegations in these letters. That basically another problem is that they will be selling illegal cigarettes. I think that's dreadful. I don't actually know why we've allowed it to appear in the letters. But if you could just confirm that you have no intention of selling illegal cigarettes as stated in these letters. I'm sure you don't, but if you could just clarify you don't intend to do that.
You have to speak now.
Hi, yeah, I can clarify that 100%. I mean, that is done maliciously from the shop owner next door. That's the only thing I can say, and I can say it's so frustrating that everything is coming from him. But yeah, I can confirm that I do not and I will not, you know, sell anything that is illegal.
It's just a malicious attack.
It's just a malicious attack towards us. It's been like that for the past 2 months. I mean, yeah, that's all I can say.
All right. Thanks for that. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vanya, for that. Are there any other questions from members?
I can see no other hands raised, Chairman.
Okay, in the absence of anyone supporting the letters that we received, or the complaints observations, whatever. We will now confirm that we will move into closing statements, and I can confirm there will be no further questions asked at this point. Vanya, do you wish to give any closing statement at all?
I mean, all I wish to say is, well, what I've said up until now was all malicious. I mean, if there's a lot of shops in the street. I mean, my one is not going to make any difference. And if you could, sort of look into that, and
sales will be 100% legal.
Yeah, and I mean, that's all I can say. Yeah, really.
Following the terms of the license itself, anyway, you can't sell to anyone who's already intoxicated, and there's already those stipulations in place. So Miss Flores wouldn't affect it.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Vanya. Right, thank you all. We'll now close this meeting and move to the debating session for members, and a further Zoom meeting will be convened at 12 o'clock.
Chairman, sorry,
yes?
Chairman, if I could just say, if members felt that we needed to reconvene earlier than 12 o'clock, now would be the time to decide on that, because we have time to put it onto the public facing CMIS to let them know that the decision will be delivered earlier. So if members feel that a decision could be made earlier than 12 o'clock, I'm sure David would agree that we could make that decision now.
Okay, I'm going
Agreed.
I'm going to say, or suggest 11:15. David, do you think that would be enough time for you and everybody else?
Yes, Chairman, I do.
Okay, all right then. We'll reconvene at 11:15 and not 12 as published.
So Vanya, just to let you know, obviously we are now going to reconvene earlier at 11:15.
Yeah.
The second detail. So I will call you during this time to let you know the number to call to join the second one when we're ready for you. All right? Because I think it will be easier if you're happy to dial in on the telephone.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Thank you, Chairman. Sorry.
Councillor Wells has his hand up. Oh, he did. It's now down.
It was just to say I agree with the 11:15
All right,
time.
right.
Okay.
Thank you, Councillor Wells.
Okay, Christina, we may close.
Thank you.